friends, welcome back. I am Vivekanand. There was a time in India where using debit card and credit cards was considered to be very strange because the previous cash transactions was only through rupees and paisa. But today, the people predict that there might become a time in India where even the debit cards and credit cards might lose its relevance. It might become irrelevant because we are very soon traveling towards a cashless economy. So the majority of the financial transactions are being made in a digital form. There are so many technology companies in India who are providing this digital platform for cash transactions, and one prominent among them is this company called as Paytm, and the founder of Paytm is Mr. Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Mr. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, for him at one point of time in his life, drinking more than one tea in one particular day was considered to be a big luxury for him. But then, from where did he build Paytm? Where did he get this idea? And where did he raise money? And what is its current position? Let's discuss about all these things in today's video. To start with, Vijay Shekhar Sharma was born in a place near Aligarh in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and he used to be a very studious student during his school days, and he ends up getting an admission in Delhi College of Engineering. And when he came to Delhi, it was a big culture shock. It was a huge shock for him because the lifestyle in Delhi was totally different from the lifestyle he was having in his village. And most importantly, the biggest shock was inside the classroom because the class teacher completely spoke in English and he did not know even one single word in English. And he actually said that when the teacher spoke in the classroom, it was only sound for me because I never understood any word. And when the teacher started asking questions to me, I was totally afraid. And slowly, the first bench student went to the second bench, third bench, and the back bench, and finally, he was outside the classroom because of fear of English. But then he understood that he has no other go but to learn English. So what he did was he started visiting the libraries to read newspapers and books. He did that along with his dictionary. But the two important topics he started studying was one is history and one is on technology. Through history, what he understood was India was such a rich and a prosperous country a few hundred years before. And on the other side, on the technology side, he got to know how technology companies in Silicon Valley they produced products which actually transformed the world. He got fascinated by that. So during his college days, he takes a very important decision in his life, which is he is not going to abroad for any job and he is going to stay back in India and start his own business. The first product he produced was something called a CMS, content management software, which was helpful, which supported the book publishers. But then he was doing a few other business, and there was a time where he hit a rock bottom in his life because one day in his life he just had rupees 10 in his pocket, and there was two big questions before him. One is, should he be walking to his room and saving the rupees 10 for the next day, or should he be catching a bus and take the bus ticket using this 10 rupees and finish it off for the first day on that particular day? And he actually chose the former idea. So he walked back to his room and saved the rupees 10 for one more day for his survival. But then how did he get his idea to start Paytm? One day when he was hearing Steve Jobs speak in a forum, Steve Jobs was actually explaining how in a few years down the line, smartphone is going to revolutionize the way people live. So hearing this, he got two major ideas in his mind. One is he compared this people in his village where people don't even go to banks for transactions, for the fear of transactions, because they do not know how to do transactions, bank transactions. And on the other side, he felt that people are having two things in their pocket. One is on the one pocket they have a smartphone, and on the other pocket they have their wallet. And this smartphone is doing various functions like sending SMS, taking photos, videos, and even listening to music. So Vijay's idea was, why not do the same cash transactions in the smartphone? And the word he used was, I wanted to marry this wallet with the smartphone and make it into one. And thus Paytm was born, and the idea was a success because more than the people who are using debit and credit cards, people who did not have these things actually started using this platform. So the idea was a good idea, but he needed money to run his his business. So he meets two very important persons in his life. One is he meets the chairman founder of Alibaba in China, who is Jack Ma. So Jack Ma was able to relate with Vijay's early life, and he became interested in him, and also the business model of Paytm. And Alibaba invests a huge sum of money into Paytm. This is on one side, and the other side, Japan's SoftBank, world's one of the biggest investment companies. He meets the founder of SoftBank, Masa Son, and he also accepts to invest in his company. So Paytm had a rich cash reserves in its pocket, so it started expanding its operations, and very soon people in India, they started booking their train tickets to flight tickets to cinema tickets, and with a lot of cashback offers too. And Paytm was a runaway hit. And Paytm, how do they make money? Paytm says that they charge a transaction fee from the merchants, and also they have an advertising model in their site, and they follow various other things. But Paytm has categorically denied the fact that they do not charge from the users, from the consumers who are using this Paytm platform. And what is today? What is Vijay's biggest ambition in his life? Vijay's biggest ambition is he always feels that Indians have a lot of liking to foreign brands. So he wants to build a company in India, from India, where the world uses its services. And I think he has already achieved. He has traveled halfway through with his company Paytm. And when Vijay was asked, did you ever think that will you grow to such a high position in your life? Vijay says that I always feel problems were opportunities and blessings in disguise to me, because if at all he knew English, he would have not read the kind of books he read during his younger days, which has actually made him the kind of person he is today. So problems were always opportunities for him, and for all successful people actually treat problems as opportunities, and particularly entrepreneurs also treat problems as opportunities. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.